Coach, you're locked into the NFL.
Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This one caught by Isabella. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On first down, Wilson. He's got Fuller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Wilson. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On to tackle that time, Dean Lowry. Throwing on 2nd down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Johnson on, it's poke free. Football's held.
Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Murray got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Murray going to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 40, and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he kept...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Open man is Switzer, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Murray now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
22 yards there, a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Murray throwing on second down. It's Williams on the catch. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on third down, Murray. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3. That time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw, it's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Murray to Switzer over the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. This one caught by Isabella. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Murray.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Murray. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner's side. Ready try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies I done grabbed if you can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't